Okay. All right. And here's another thing that I see a lot, even with really good players, because it's just the way most players were taught. Essentially, is they get up to the ball, especially with these little shots, and they get the club really forward right there. So with a forward press, so what that creates, you're taking loft off the club, and it just really promotes these hands getting forward and kind of pulling it, which is basically taking off bounce of the club, and it doesn't promote necessarily the way the club's supposed to move. So let's get your club standing up a little bit more. There you go. And now just release. There you go. Very nice. So how does that feel? I know it probably feels a little weird because you've pressed like that your whole life. So, but that's just going to create a lot more consistency when you can just move back and forward with that club. Okay. All right. Very, very nice. All right. Let me get on the other side. So just go ahead and hit another shot. Actually, let's hit it with this so I can see a little longer swing. So I'm just doing this to see a longer swing. You're not necessarily going to hit it with this, but let's just go.
To the first hole, or?
Just go to the last hole over there. I just want to see something with your backswing. Okay. All right, that's okay. That's kind of what I was not hoping you would do, but I was thinking you might be doing something along those lines. So what you're kind of doing, which is good that you did that, and that's kind of what I mean by your grip being strong like that. But okay. So what's happening on that is, I'll get in front of the camera to show you. You can just stand kind of right over there so you can see my backswing. So what happens is you're kind of bringing it inside like this a little bit, so the club's getting behind you, and when you rotate, the club's coming in too far on the inside, so you're kind of having to time it up by scooping at it. If we can get that club a little more out in front, and then you can rotate, and then you can just turn around it, so you're creating this a little bit more as opposed to this action. Okay, so because when you come in, you have to time it just perfect and kind of turn your wrist as opposed to being out in front and just rotating around. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. This is uncommon. It's, well, not necessarily for a better player, but you're just getting real shallow coming through, which is leading to you hitting those hooks.
Yeah.
That's why you get the sensation that you're feeling that we talked about earlier of how your body can't really rotate.
Yeah.
Because you're just kind of flipping and nothing's able to get forward. So let's on this one get a feel of you covering the ball a little bit better. So go ahead and take it to the top. Okay. And now we'll just feel that you're getting to your left side and keeping this club head a little more here as opposed to letting it go down. So you're going to feel like you're swinging more left.
Yeah.
And that's going to help you feel like you can get to your left side instead of kind of getting to this point and stuck. Okay. So let's just feel that a couple of times.